Good morning, I'm Rick. This is 65 by 65. This is the 13th video in the series, and this time I'm back in Georgia on the Appalachian Trail, and I'm continuing on from where I left off last year, which is Unicoi Gap, and I'm going just up to Dix Creek Gap. So it's a 2-day hike, 1 night, and I'm with my friend Jim. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy the video. Jim and I spent the first day driving to Cashiers, North Carolina. The next morning, we headed out early to Stanimals Around the Bend Hostel. I'm going to be parking down below, but I'm going to pull up here. Around the Bend offers long-term parking for a very reasonable rate, and they have a small shop for any last-minute needs. From there, we were able to catch a shuttle to Unicoi Gap. There goes our ride from Stanimals. This is where I came down last year. And this is where we're going back up. All right, we've got our first run out. It's pretty smooth. There's Jim. So we're a little more than a mile in at this point. So it's nice to get a nice flat bit of terrain to stretch the legs out after climbing. So I think this first hill is called, or first mountain is called Rocky Mount. Yeah. It's supposed to be 1,000 foot vertical, so that'll be our first 1,000. Then we go down about 1,000, and then we go up to 1,200. And I think that's where we're going to end it for tonight. So maybe go down a little ways to the camp, but anyways. All right, made it to Rocky Mountain. There's the peak right there, and there's our view. Wow, that's a pretty good view. Slippery rocks. All right, I'm gonna stop filming because I want to be able to catch myself when I fall, because I'm likely gonna, well, maybe not, we'll see. Fingers crossed. All right, that's a bit of downhill, and my toes are going into my, sliding a little forward, so I'm gonna stop here at what I'm gonna call heel lock rock and tighten up my heel locks on my shoes. All right, we just ran into Bird on the trail. Here's Bird. He's a kilt man. I like that idea. Have to try it sometime. So it's nice to meet different people on the trail. He looks like he's documenting it well too. Took pictures, got our names. It's kind of fun. Anyways, he's moving at a good pace. So. All right, we made it to Indian Grave Gap. This is our first gap. And now we got another 1,200 vertical we got to go up. So we're moving too fast. All right, here we go. Back up onto the trail. This is the big climb of the whole trip, so we'll see how it goes. Oh, it looks nice though, huh? Ah, my first cobweb. I got my first cobweb. Oh, cheese factory, not cheesecake factory. So I was gonna say, it didn't seem that luxurious, so, but it's a nice campsite here. And then there's a trail that takes you down to water, down a little ways here, it looks like. So, but we're moving on. Here we go, way too fast. This is Trey Gap? We're already there?
No, wait, really? We did 1.7 miles?
Yep, Indian Grave Gap, 1.7 miles it says on this side.
That was too quick.
We stopped for lunch at Trey Gap and chatted with a few other hikers that passed by. And yes, I carry a chair with me. I'm old and I'm willing to carry it, so don't judge.
All right, we're at Trey Mountain Gap. No, I don't even know what this is. Is this Trey Mountain Gap?
It will be.
This. Trey Mountain Gap. Right?
Yeah.
I think so. So it's like a little rest area over there, and then we got 400 or 500 feet, 600 feet. I don't remember. Got to go up to the top of Tray Mountain, but we're about 1.5 miles away from the Tray Mountain shelter. So, anyways, off we go. I think we're just about to the top. Oof. Yep. Oh boy. Yep. 43.99.
44.
44 just turned.
44.01.
41. Come on. I'm going up over here. Make sure it's it. Oh yeah, there we go. Solid 4,400 feet. All right, we're at the top of Tray Mountain. There's the plaque. Does it have the number of feet on it?
Yeah.
Elevation, yeah, it says something. Elevation something feet. It says something, I don't know. And this is the view from here. Looks like we're at the highest point on our hike. I'm not sure this isn't the highest point in Georgia, or is Blood Mountain? I don't even know.
I think it is the highest.
So, I think going that way is sort of where the trail starts, off in the haze. Having fun?
Oh yeah.
Actually, I think we're both feeling pretty good right now. Not so bad. It was the two of the 3 big climbs we had to do, and this was the big one. So it's probably a little after 1 o'clock. So we're doing good. Moving on. Tray shelter that way, and water. And Jim's making me keep going.
Yeah.
See, Steve, it's not me. I think it's not even 2 yet, so, and I think sunset's not till 7:30. So yeah, I think we're just gonna go the next 5 miles to Unicoi Gap and stay there tonight. So I guess tomorrow is gonna be our short day. This is right after you get to the top of Tray Mountain. Path gets pretty cruisy it's been close to 1 mile now that we've been just cruising on nice and smooth. So if you're heading this way, I guess it's a good way to start the day if you stayed at Tray Mountain Shelter. And we kind of changed up the plan. Instead of doing 5.5, 6 miles today and 11 tomorrow, we're going to do about 11 today and about 5 or 6 tomorrow. So anyways, we should be getting close to Unicoi Gap. And supposedly there's a nice campsite down by the creek, so we'll check that out. All right, looks like we made it to Unicoi Gap. So some campsites here, but I'm gonna head down to the water. 1/2 mile. Fingers crossed. That looks like the campsite down there. So just gotta find the trail down there. I hear it. I hear water. All right, the claim is fantasy level campsite, and it does have a nice big fire ring, and there is a creek right there, but there are almost no flat spots. Everything's on an angle. Huh?
Fantasy hammock space.
Yeah, it might be for a hammock for sure. A weird concrete pad like right there. I have no idea what that's about. Anyway, I'm gonna get some water, figure out what we're gonna do from here. All right, we've decided there's no flat pack campsites here, so we're heading back up, starting way too late to do this, but we gotta find flat ground or we're not sleeping tonight. So off we go again. I'll explain the whole situation later. Okay, after going all the way back up that trail, we went back to Unicoi Gap, and there's some nice spots. So Jim's got a nice flat one there. One guy was already set up there, and I've got this nice flat spot here. So I think we're in good shape. I think this was the right move. So we're gonna set up camp here. Puts us a half mile closer to where we're going tomorrow, so that'll work for us. Here's my beautiful tent, all set up. There's Jim set up over at his tent.
Over the next hour, a few more campers rolled into camp. We all enjoyed dinner with good conversation and soaked in the sunset before turning in for the night. The next morning, we woke with the sunrise and enjoyed a leisurely breakfast before packing up for the final few miles of our hike.
All right, good morning. So we're all packed up at camp. Everybody's gone. We're the last ones out, but it's still pretty early. I think it's only like 8 o'clock, 8:15. So I think we've got probably 3 hours of hiking to do, 6 more miles to go. And it's a great night last night. Got down into the low 50s, so it was super comfortable. Everybody was nice at camp. Met a lot of new people, so it was a lot of fun. But we're off on the trail. I guess we can just go that way. That was a hard climb out of Unicoi Gap for a morning hike, but we're on the downhill toward Deep Gap right now. And then we got one more smaller climb before the final sort of long descent down into Dix Creek Gap. So yeah, we're only about an hour and 15 in. Figure we'll be about, looks like we're going to be about 3 hours to get to Dix Creek. So it's going to be a short day today, but weather's nice this morning. Still in the 50s, I would guess, and sun's out. You can see the leaves just starting to form in the trees. Oh, there we go. So we made it to Deep Gap Shelter. You want to get some water to filter? Oh, we can't.
I know, guy.
We can't. For some reason, we can't
We could
filter
destroy
water.
2 filters in one trip.
I think this is our last climb. So, one more slow trudge up this hill. And Jim's doing his Stairmaster, so I think he's got this mastered. But me, not so much. One more push. Oh, cobweb. Whew. After 2 hours and 30 minutes, we're already down at the road, and our hike is coming to an end. Are you sad, Jim?
I'm sad.
All right, me too, actually. That was a lot of fun. But here's the road. How you doing?
How's it going?
So we made it to Dix Creek Gap. And now we're gonna head down to Around the Bend. And that's our final goal, is Around the Bend, 0.6 miles. Okay, after a nice hike, we made it to the driveway. So we got one more climb up the driveway of Around the Bend. I did it, Jim.
Good job. 21:19:6.
There you go. That's our next one.
That's our goal. Somewhere at 80.
Have a good one.
Appreciate it. Keep going.
You go. So is this where you stayed in one of these?
Bedroom right here.
Oh, okay.
You can see there's 3 beds.
Oh, nice. Under the car. Ouch. He's been here a while.
We wrapped up our hike around noon and drove into Franklin, North Carolina to meet our hiking buddy, Steve, for lunch. Another 17 miles down, only a couple thousand to go.